Thanks for tuning in to another First 10 Look. Today we're taking a look at Star Trek. I'm joined here with Mike Chin from the Overseas Connection podcast.
Hello.
And I'm Greg DeLacy. And we're jumping in, taking a look at Star Trek. Mike, tell us a little something about Star Trek.
Star Trek is a video game, Greg.
Yes.
It's developed by Digital Extremes. And you know what
Yes.
they're good for? They made The Darkness 2, Homefront, stuff like that. You know,
Okay.
so it's not too bad. A number of different publishers. It's out. Apparently, it was out on the 23rd.
Okay.
So yeah, on St. George's Day. And yeah.
Thank goodness for that. All right, it throws you right into it. And I kid you not, this is exactly how the game opens up. This is the start. The shooty bits feel pretty good.
That reminds me of Mass Effect.
Yeah. You know, you start off and you're like, hey, this just might not be so bad.
This could be good.
Yeah. Coincidentally, they do have you choose between Kirk or Spock. It is a co-op game, and there's absolutely no bearing on whether you. I mean, from what I could tell, it doesn't matter if you pick Spock or Kirk. It just is what it is. And again,
what's going on here,
this
Greg?
is all. I had no fucking clue, Mike. No clue.
Why is he pissed?
This just threw us into it.
Yeah.
And this is pretty much, I think, a take on one of the old episodes where, in a sense, Kirk and Spock end up having to fight one another. But you don't know. This is a bunch of flashback stuff going on here. So it tries to do that,
That looks crap,
kind of
though.
creative.
Those graphics there look terrible.
You are determining this game is not going to be the prettiest girl at the ball.
No. But Kirk looks pretty good. Spock doesn't look that great.
No.
You know, these are obviously easier environments to do because they're all clean.
Right.
And you know, it's like a spaceship. But that rock thing that they was just in was awful.
Yeah. And you know, they have some kind of a, you know, they attempt at witty dialogue. Damn it. You know, we're getting a glimpse of that right here. I don't know. For me, everything here just kind of fell short. For Trekkies, this might be good. I don't know. But yeah. And again, this is all the opening sequence. I mean, literally, I sat there going, what the hell's going on?
What are they playing?
Yeah. And this is gonna, you know, we kind of get into the introduction finally. And so here we go. Well, of course you have to see this little tidbit. That's a laugh out loud moment. Yeah.
Right, so what's going on?
Tricorder. So they're teaching you how to use the tricorder. The tricorder kind of is your tool for everything. It allows you to hack stuff. It allows you to interact with stuff. It also allows you to direct Spock and tell him where to go. Yeah. You can scan everything, Mike. You can scan everything, including green chicks, Mike. This is the chick I figured. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna shag this chick, Mike.
She is hot.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I tried scanning her.
Not interested.
Didn't do anything.
Story's your life. There we go.
Yeah.
The radiation from those binary stars is making communications difficult.
And now we're on the deck of the old Star Trek Enterprise and introducing it's all the movie crew basically. And they all just look horrible.
They do look awful.
Unknown.
She just
Captain,
they did a hard job.
Immediate evacuation.
You know, that's a very beautiful woman, and they've made her very ugly in this. And there's Simon Pegg, of course.
Yeah.
Look,
right. He's ugly to begin with. Even worse in the game.
We'll get him out the old-fashioned way.
He looks like he's got
one
eye on the deck and one eye on Kirk. You know what I mean? He's just all over the place.
Now, Mike, this is one of the funniest moments.
Okay.
Because I literally was like, wait a minute. Kirk just talked. His lips didn't move. And so I redid it.
Mr. Scott,
and sure enough.
Is there no way to transport survivors
but Scotty, his lips move. So apparently,
I think the camera's meant to be behind you at this point.
It's possible. Other little funny moments, Mike, that I captured in the game while I was playing through it.
Just glitched out.
Spock is, you know, an immovable object. You can't walk through him.
Yeah.
But apparently, Kirk has godlike powers when it comes to everybody else.
Right.
So yeah, you can't move past Spock.
Yeah.
No.
What about that chick? What about the chick?
Oh,
Bang!
Chick. I don't see anything. And that dude in the corner? Excuse me, mister. Also, Kirk apparently can float over open openings.
No problem.
Yes.
Not even freaking out though. You've just walked through them.
Just walk through them. In terms of controls, it controls very much like a regular third-person shooter.
Yep.
Your weapons are going to be on the D-pad, so left, right, up, down, all that good stuff will select different things. You'll acquire different equipment that you can use. Another funny moment. So in this opening mission, the space station's falling apart, and there's this dude just behind this console, calmly sitting there, just doing nothing.
Nice.
Like,
He's
I'm
a
good.
guy. Maybe he doesn't know about it.
Over here.
Maybe he didn't. Also, again,
Classic
directing
Freud
Spock-
open doors. There we go.
Yeah. And directing Spock was the funniest part because he's like, no, and then he suddenly appears and he's helping you.
All right.
And
Look
again,
at this ball.
last-
Look at this ball.
yeah.
Look at it.
Oh, Mike, the best is yet to come. Wait till his reaction when you come to save him.
Oh yeah, I think I saw it. Yeah.
Stuck in there.
You have to see exactly what you
This
did
is
to
too
save
long
him.
of a shot on the door. Like I felt like that was a long shot of a door.
Yes. We're getting into the hacking minigames. Now, the hacking minigames aren't that bad, but you pretty much can use Spock for all of them, and we'll show a more in-depth look at the hacking games in a second. But, here I was I really wasn't sure what I was doing at
There's
this
a man
point.
died in that room, Greg.
Yes, follow the yellow line. Oh, and I saved him.
Look at
Just
that.
by entering the room, my presence.
You let the air get back in. That's
I am
fine.
in your debt.
Is that what it was, Mike? Because shouldn't the fire have died out? I don't know. Same one.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
This is a hacking minigame that I had no clue how to do it, and had said, screw this, I'll just have Spock do it.
By looking at it, you have to match the sound. Like when you listen to it.
Well, that probably was half the problem. I wasn't listening, but I knew I could trust Spock to do it for me.
Let Spock do it. That's delegation.
Spock, try to
That's
hack
fine.
that console.
Look at it.
Captain.
He loves it. He loves doing it.
He's all over it. And so yeah, that was one of the things I quickly determined that the hacking minigames were completely bypassable. But here is an actual shot of one that I did do. You had to match up the wave lines and put them in sync, and then there was a progress
right.
that comes across. And
That looks fascinating.
yes, fascinating.
There you go. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, they're not horrible, but again, you can use Spock for almost all of them. So. And this is an example of
Sun ray thing going.
Wait for it.
you're outside and there's these periodic blasts of space sun coming at you.
Oh.
Space sun technology, a term for everybody.
Burn.
Yeah, it burns and you run cover to cover,
There you go.
and it all works pretty serviceably.
Like we're getting in out of colour all the time.
It's a little sticky.
Okay.
You'll notice a couple times where I get a little sticky, and then of course I just do I'm just gonna look around. And again, sometimes the game looks okay, but again,
It looks really nice.
it doesn't look bad. But if you really pay close attention to like the heat beams, it's almost like they are just I don't know. It just looks odd to me.
Well, have you ever been in space, Greg?
It's a good point, Mike. Good point. I have
Yeah.
not been in space
You
yet.
don't know about space stuff.
No, I do not know about space stuff. I do know how to catch
Oh,
fire.
no.
Yes.
Stay in cover.
Yeah, so this little bit goes on, and you'll have a lot of these things where you're going from cover to cover, trying to move around within environments. Again, linear path is taking you one direction. There's really not a lot of different ways you could go. I think there were a total of 2 different pathways I could take to get to this point.
Is this like a sun? What's that?
Anyway.
Yeah, it was a sun that was basically kind of the space station is being pulled closer to the sun, and the heat shields are down. So you're having to go in and manually override the heat shields. So here's a co-op moment. Co-op partner picks one side, you pick the other side, and if you're playing a single player, it all just kind of happens automatically. You don't. And so they ask you to shoot the lock to slow it down. And so yeah, I'll shoot the lock to slow it down, and good old Spock.
That's a very like wonky walkway. I wouldn't trust that place.
I can slow down the ring long enough.
No, nor should you. This place is falling apart. It's destined.
Shoddy workmanship.
There you go. It's all slowed down. They do have some uncharted moments of bits and climbing. It has everything in it.
Yeah.
But it's just all not good. And then fighting. This is scary bad dude.
No.
Yes. So right here we killed him. And
Oh, what a bitch.
yeah, he's going to lecture me on how we should start
That guy was
using our
right in the head.
stun weapons for the
I
future
understand
and,
that our lives were at risk.
you know, not
We
kill
must
these
endeavor
guys.
not to use lethal force.
So that was my response
Agreed.
to
We both
Spock.
need to use stun
Yeah.
from this point on.
You saw that when you killed him.
Yeah. And again, you'll be able to analyze things and get some experience points for it. And experience points all
Scans
go
show numerous
towards
toxins
unlocking.
in the glands
Yeah.
and bloodstream.
Yeah.
What kind of things can you unlock, do you know?
Well, activation of this elevator was not one of them at the time, but things like this, the tricorder, you can upgrade the tricorder.
Right.
You have a phaser. So here was one of the other funny little, I don't know, this is one of those little OCD moments for me. You know, Kirk has this issued Star Trek phaser,
Yeah.
but Spock's phaser is totally different looking.
Right.
So my point was, what is the Federation giving out personalized weapons to everybody?
Maybe Spock customized his, like Pimp My Ride or something. You know.
Well, it is quite pimp. I mean, you know, looking at that thing, that looks badass.
Oh, is that Spock? So, yeah. That's fine. Yeah. And,
And
you're just shooting someone in
and
the
then
back. Yeah.
no. And the best part is just no reaction.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a minor inconvenience for a while. Oh, there you
Finally,
go. Oh, he's turned
you're
around.
out. Yeah. And then I just came up and basically punch him in the throat.
Yeah. Throat punch.
Yeah.
It looks like he
and,
needs to shit, Kirk, when he stands.
He probably
This door
does.
is locked tight. We need
Yeah.
a note.
Look, it looks like.
A mind
Oh,
meld may be our
God.
only chance to find out what's
Yeah,
happened.
take that.
Oh, man.
You can't shoot your new partners. You know, no enemy fire from you know.
Why would you do
friendly-
that, you sick bastard, Greg?
Well, I was a little angry at this point.
Oh,
And did you notice the repositioning of the body?
That guy? A mind meld is our only
Brilliant. What's he
Yeah,
doing?
so
Is he giving him life?
he's given a mind meld. The Vulcan mind meld. This again is a Trekkie thing.
Like,
Star
read
Trek
that
fans
mind.
love.
Oh!
I have
Yes,
never encountered
and
this
disappeared.
before.
Wow!
His mind
Did you
is
also?
being corrupted.
I didn't know Vulcans could
Also,
do that.
I
They could
now
make
know
bodies
the code
disappear.
to that door.
Very
No.
useful for the
Surprise, we have
mafia,
injured.
Vulcans,
Prepare to
if they can make
transport.
bodies
Yes.
disappear.
Aye, sir. Everything all right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and to
just
sum
some
it up,
Vulcan
yeah,
problems.
problems with
So,
Vulcans,
the usual.
problem with Star Trek games, Mike. Ultimately, this game is really just, at least from my take, one for those who really love Star Trek.
Oh, co-op games. We was talking about this. I've been playing Gears of War Judgment, and we were looking forward to playing Army of Two, and because they're just stupid co-op games, and usually like the bad ones are more fun with your mates because you can take the mickey out of them. So, yeah, could be.
Yeah, it is one that is just going to be for. I don't even think fans of co-op games. I think ultimately this is if you love Star Trek, you're going to love this game.
Sweet.
And I should take that back. Not love this game. I think you might enjoy the game. Ultimately, it's not a good game.
Yep.
It's not a good
Nah.
game. Rent at best.
Yeah,
Rent
at
at best.
All right, let's bounce.
Yeah, we're going to bounce. That's it for this first 10. If you liked what you saw, there's more content over at theoverseasconnection.net. And certainly you can like us on the YouTube channels. And as always, Mike Chin, thank you so much for joining me on the first 10. And
worries.
we'll see you soon.
Bye.